Ryan Miller, and I want to thank you for joining me today as I discuss a little bit about Twitter. First, Twitter has been around since about 2006, but since that time it's seen explosive growth. Above all else, Twitter is a great resource for information, but we also know that Twitter has been used for other purposes. So, let's go ahead and dig into those right now.
For example, in schools, we know that teachers could use Twitter to spark conversation among students. It can promote collaboration even outside of the classroom. Administrators could use Twitter to poll teachers about curriculum or generate ideas. However, I think that the best use of Twitter is what I spoke about at the outset, as an information center and message board. There are so many things that PA Cyber needs to communicate to our families, students, and potential students. Using Twitter, we can post information about PA Cyber or other cyber school information that's happening in the news. Typically, information that we have that's relevant to students and parents is sent to them via a secure email we provide them. But we all know that email, although still useful, is rather archaic by today's standards for information gathering. So instead, we could tweet links to potential charter school legislation sites. Not only can we be able to get the message out, but by following news sources ourselves, we are able to better stay informed and be informed in a more timely manner. We could send out a quick message to all our families when the servers or system is having technical difficulties. We could even create different Twitter accounts for specific purposes. For example, we can create an account specifically for Family Link, which is our social group. Then, staff could tweet that upcoming events are happening, tweet links to pictures that happened during the event, and more. I also think it would be a good idea to connect with our competition, other cyber schools, via Twitter. I know that may seem slightly counterintuitive, but if we follow our competition, we will better be able to gain insight into how they operate. You never know. Maybe they will be leading the way in one area or another, and we can pick up some tips on how to improve ourselves. There are also some very interesting applications that you can add to Twitter to make it far more effective for your own purposes. For example, did you know that there are apps that allow Twitter to only search for followers in a specific geographic area? Using this, for example, we could tailor specific messages to the areas we wanted to market or promote.
So, I think that you can see Twitter can certainly be used to advance your school or business. Of course, Twitter isn't without its faults, and there is one glaring pitfall you certainly need to be aware of as you use this service. Twitter, unfortunately, is useless if you don't have any followers. Without them, you're just sending messages to empty space. Now, when you begin, of course be aware that it takes time to build a following, but you can avoid negative practices that stymie your following. A few practices like not following anyone back or not responding to tweets will not be seen in a good light by your followers or potential followers. Avoiding these will go a long way in making sure your following grows and your message gets out. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this short segment on Twitter. Again, I'm Ryan Miller, and have a blast tweeting everyone.